It was almost scary to the point where it was almost like, oh my gosh, they slept there.
The shadow man, he walks this way, but there was no person there.
Oh, that is creepy.
They started telling us about hearing footsteps going up and down the floors pretty much all hours of the night.
The gate banged all by itself, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Get out."
When you start hearing stories, and then we started having experiences when we were in the house, it is absolutely insane.
She fell from the top of the stairs and broke her neck and died right here.
I just saw a little black shadow right here.
Are you serious?
In today's time, that is almost $3 billion. And made John Mackey one of the richest men in the world. He's still definitely here haunting the building as our infamous shadow man.
Oh, that is creepy.
And my son's very nervous. He can feel the energies pretty good. And then all of a sudden you hear, "Get out."
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can hear that very clearly.
We're gonna be here tonight, searching for proof of the paranormal. Ooh, tracer wire.
Is it okay that we're in here trying to speak with you?
We'd like to.
Whoa,
I don't know what that was.
that was like 4 or 5 footsteps.
Are you serious? Dude, I felt that cold. Oh man, my hair's standing up here.
What?
What?
That was really weird. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Dave, and we are Paranormal Quest.
Today we are going to be investigating one of the most haunted mansions in Nevada, made famous from the gold and silver rush that happened out here in Virginia City, Nevada, back in the late 1800s. This became the wealthiest part of the West Coast, the wealthiest part of the nation during the gold rush. And this house was owned and is now believed to be haunted by one of the richest men to live in that time period, John Mackey.
Oh yeah, you guys, this house is absolutely incredible. We're so excited to make this the first episode of season 13.
And we are going to be investigating, searching for paranormal activity throughout these rooms to see if we can find any proof of claims of the shadow figures, of the strange voices, of the movement, the footsteps, all of the unexplained and ghostly activity that has been seen and reported in this mansion. We're going to be here tonight, investigating, searching for proof of the paranormal. But first, we're going to get a walkthrough from the caretaker, Dawn, who's going to tell us about the history of the Mackey Mansion and about what she believes is haunting this 170-year-old mansion.
That's right, but before we jump into that, guys, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, the like button, copy and paste the link to this video and share it out with all of your friends, and leave a comment down below. It helps throw us into the algorithm. And let's jump over to the walkthrough.
So this is the Mackey Mansion, and it was built in 1859. She's 166 years old this year, and this is the oldest building in Virginia City. She was the very first one built. She survived the Great Fire of 1875 when 2/3 of the town burned to the ground, so we're very fortunate. And our very first superintendent and one of the men that built the mansion is this gentleman here. His name is George Hearst, and his son, William Randolph Hearst, built the Hearst Castle in California from silver money that his father made right here in Virginia City. And George, he did pretty good here, but by 1871, he thought the silver rush was over, so he sold the mansion and mine to John Mackey, and he left the area. And 2 years in, John Mackey and his partners, they went and hit the biggest silver strike in the world. No one's broken the record yet. It was called the Big Bonanza, and they pulled more than $100 million out of it in the first 3 years. In today's time, that is almost $3 billion, and made John Mackey one of the richest men in the world, number 17 to be exact. And they started calling Mackey and his partners the Silver Kings or the Bonanza Kings of Virginia City. So this is mostly quartz crystal, but the dark, see all the dark gray here?
Yeah.
Those are your silver veins, and there's a little fool's gold in there for fun as well. And then when I flip it over, there's quite a bit more on this side too. That's all silver.
Wow.
Now, people ask us all the time, how do you get the silver out of a hard crystal rock? So what they do is they crush that down into more of a powdered substance, and then they put it into this big container called a smelting pot. They would add chemicals to break that down, and the chemicals that were used mostly were cyanide and arsenic. They'd use a little bit of heat on that pot. It would cause a chemical reaction, and the silver would float to the top. Then they could pour it into the molds that made the silver bars, and they still do it that way today. The only difference is they didn't protect their skins from that back in the 1800s, and so there was a lot of death that occurred from the processing of the ore. The skull in the case is real. We call her Veronica. She lost her head, but she's always smiling. And we speculate she may have been murdered because she has a fracture on the top of her head. And then on this side of her head, there's a small hole right in her ear area, which is indicative of an ice picking.
Is there any idea of like dating of when that actually would have happened?
They said it was 1800s, and she's a female Caucasian in her early to mid 20s is what it was.
Wow.
So yeah. And then guys, the lights in the house are all original. They all started as gas. They were switched to electricity in the late 1880s by none other than Thomas Edison himself. And Edison was a guest at our dining room table downstairs after he did his little light project. Alexander Graham Bell did our phone on a separate occasion, and he's also had dinner at that very table. Wow. So if the walls could talk, right?
Right.
Now, this picture, I'll move this in just a minute. This was taken back in 1879, and what they're doing is they're getting ready to go down into a mine shaft on a tour, so they're dressed very ruggedly. We've got John Mackey here on the far left, and this was one of Mackey's partners, and we believe he's still definitely here haunting the building as our infamous shadow man. This gentleman's name is James Fair. The money that was made in Virginia City helped to build San Francisco, and it also helped to fund the Civil War. That's why we have our ex-general and president of the United States. That's Ulysses S. Grant right there in the middle. And Grant and Mackey became friends during the Civil War because Mr. Mackey would donate silver to help fund the war. This was taken about 6 years before he passed away, and he brought his family here for a little visit. And he says, Mackey, I want to go down in the ground and I want to see how this whole show runs. He was very curious. And when he came up out of the ground, our newspaper reporter was standing nearby, and he yelled, President Grant, may I have a quote? Grant stopped and he thought, and he went, well, that's as close to hell as I ever want to get. So what he's referring to, down under the ground here, it's very geothermal. We have over 300 hot springs. The deeper you go, the hotter it gets. Our deepest mine shaft is 3,300 feet deep, and we still have over 750 miles of tunnels down there. They would work in temperatures over 135 degrees Fahrenheit. They could work about 10 minutes at a time. Then they were put into cooling chambers with ice slabs for 20 minutes. It was pretty grueling for them. Now, our miners were the top paid miners in the world. If you went anywhere else in the world to mine at the time, the wages were 80 to 90 cents per day. The miners in Virginia City made $4 a day, but your life expectancy was your late 20s to early 30s. Well, we had a movie filmed in Virginia City in 1995 called Dead Man. And they didn't use the mansion, but they used our train in various locations around town. And the star of the film was driving by and he saw the mansion and he's like, oh, I want to stay there because it'll help me get into character for the movie. Well, this actor said he woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning. He said a little girl in a full white Victorian nightgown was bouncing on his bed. It woke him up. Her name is Emma, and she passed away from tuberculosis back in the 1800s, and she's still here. And we deal with her on a regular basis. I have a photo I'll show you of her in just a minute, but this is the actor, and it's not Michael Jackson. I get that a lot. I know it's funny. Do you guys know who that is?
That's none other than Mr. Johnny Depp.
That's Mr. Johnny Depp. And I didn't work here then, or he'd still be chained to the banister. I'm telling you, I would have kept him. Now, this picture was caught down in the dining room. Where is it? And it's Emma on the stairs in her white nightgown, and she's in the reflection of the mirror.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that picture before.
Have you?
Yeah, I can't remember where it was, but it was a few years ago I saw that picture.
Right on. Do you see how that door over there is set in and this one's more pushed out?
Yeah.
So this is where they decided to hide the vault, and they had to come up with creative ways to protect the silver from being robbed, because places were always being cased for robbery. And with folks being able to wander in and out of here during business hours, if they just saw a big metal plated door, they'd come back and rob it. So they hid it behind a wooden door. It looks like a closet. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
And it stayed a secret until about 1883. Someone spilled the beans because two men broke in here in the middle of the night thinking the guard would be gone, and our vault was guarded 24/7. He was actually inside. He could hear them breaking in, and he kind of waited until they got right about where you are. And then he slung open the door, he shot them both in the chest, and they died right where you're standing.
Wow.
We changed the carpet, it's okay. The original door is right here as well. Nothing would have been in this room except for the guard, the money, and the silver bars stacked from floor to ceiling. And he would have sat in here for 12-hour shifts with a book, a candle, and his firearms. Maybe a chamber pot if he's lucky. This wall right here that's a curtain used to be all metal plated up, so it used to be just this little tiny room.
And how much would they have paid in here?
Oh, I mean, millions of dollars. I have no idea. I mean, but the silver bars were just all the way up. And then this is the parlor room. So this is the living quarters. We have a diamond dust mirror like the Washoe Club, so you got to film that because it's all sparkly. So back in the 1800s, how they got reflection on mirrors is they used mercury and silver on the back of the mirror. By 2025, that mirror should look pretty bad, kind of like the mirror over here. The reason that mirror looks so pristine is because it's backed with the diamond dust. And those mirrors are extremely hard to come by. If I did that to tried to light up any other mirror in here, that wouldn't happen. We do have about 6 in Virginia City. Ours is the only one in town, though, with a 24-karat gold leaf frame. It's from Paris, France. It's been hanging here since 1874, and it has been deemed priceless and irreplaceable. Same with the mantelpiece. The mantelpiece is all hand carved. It was brought over from England. It's called English tiger oak. And the man that did that did 3 that we know are famous. One is here, one is in the White House, and one is in Thomas Jefferson's house in Monticello.
Wow.
That's John Mackey up there on the right side of the fireplace. I've seen that man descend the staircase when I've been given day tours, and my tourists have also seen him. Then we've got Mrs. Mackey on the left side, and she's looking like someone just ate the last piece of pie. She's a pretty fierce woman. I'm sorry.
That's me in the morning without coffee.
Right? Now, Mrs. Mackey, she did not like Virginia City, and I kind of understand why. There were 30,000 people on this mountain back in the heyday, mostly men. And that was more than San Francisco and Los Angeles put together. The drinking, gambling, and prostitution wasn't her cup of tea. So when John Mackey hit the big bonanza strike, she tried to move to New York to give her kids a better life. She wasn't in the club. She was considered new money, not old money. Mm-hmm. So they shunned her away like the unsinkable Molly Brown. You guys remember Molly Brown from the Titanic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's another fun connection to the Titanic. So you guys know the name of the ship that picked up the survivors was called the Carpathia?
Yes.
Do you know the name of the ship that picked up the dead? Because that was a different ship.
I don't.
It was called the Mackie Bennett, and it was John Mackey's ship. And that ship was laying communication cables underneath the ocean when it got the distress signal call. Now, Mr. Mackey had already passed on by then, so his son Clarence Mackey was commissioned for that job. That's Clarence Mackey on his wedding day with his wife Catherine. And then I want to show you guys, I was doing a tour one day for one lady. She wanted nothing to do with the ghosts. She said they freak her out. So it was just her and I in here, and that big mirror wasn't on the wall. We had a small mirror over there, and she took a photograph in that direction, and I'm standing over here, so it wasn't me in the... She caught in that mirror the yellow panels on the door right here, and walking through that door in full 1800s maid garb, she caught the Maid Harriet. Let me see here.
Whoa. Let me turn the brightness up on this a little bit so you can get a better... That is... Yeah, you can. It's like you can even see the bonnet.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is so cool.
And then,
Oh, wow.
oh yeah, she's fast. This is her domain, this area right here. So, and she's been pretty active the last few days. This is a post-mortem photograph of Harriet. So her eyes have been sewn open, her mouth has been sewn shut, and she's been posed. A bride got married here, and look at the dark shadow figure that showed up in this room during her wedding shoot.
Yeah, it's like, and it even has motion to it too. You can see, and almost if you look closely enough, there's like a face to the back part of the motion blur too.
Yeah.
Oh, that is creepy. What did the bride think of that?
She's a little freaked out, but she wanted to have. She did. It was during Halloween time.
Yeah.
So she wanted that, and I think it was cool that showed up for her. I've got a recording. My son went upstairs when we first started working here, and he was with a paranormal investigator. They were recording, and they were in the doll room. And my son's very nervous. He can feel the energies pretty good, and he's talking, and you can hear the equipment beeping, and all of a sudden, the gate or the microphone crackled, and the gate banged all by itself. It was like bang, 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 and then all of a sudden you hear, "Get out!" My son goes, "That," because they heard it in real time, and I'll play it for you. It's very soft, but I think you can hear it.
That.
No. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, enclosed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can hear that very clearly.
And that was when we first took over here, so I felt like they were just being protective.
Sure.
Because I don't feel that anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get that anymore. And then also a woman, her name was Sophie. We think she was another servant. She fell from the top of the stairs and broke her neck and died right here. And that's why this other railing was put in the 20s. Yeah, I think she was pushed. Yeah, I think she was pushed. She's not as active as Harriet, but she's here.
Has anyone ever caught anything related to John Mackey at the Washoe Club?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I had a weird experience at the Washoe Club. I was using the Ovilus, and I was up in the room, what they call it, the scratch room.
Okay, the red room.
So I was in the red room, and I had the Ovilus in the red room, and then I stepped outside.
Industry.
What industry is that?
Sugar.
The sugar industry. I mean, that's a pretty good industry to get into. You come to a town like this in the Wild West, get everyone addicted to sugar. Before you know it, they'll be eating out of your hands, literally.
Nice.
So I just happened to Google, I said, Virginia City, Nevada, sugar millionaire. And John Mackey popped up because he owned part of the Spreckles Sugar Company.
I didn't even know that. That's amazing.
So I was like,
Spreckles. I know of Spreckles, but I didn't know he was part owner.
I think he was one of the owners. I'm not sure who else owned it with him, but he was one of the owners of the Spreckles Sugar Company. I was like,
I think there's a connection.
Yeah, it was kind of
amazing.
creepy.
Yeah.
So,
but a good one.
Yeah, that's
like
why we're doubly excited to be here, because I'm like, okay, well, if he was coming through in the Washoe Club, you know.
Well, then he probably wanted you to visit his house. So.
Yeah. Mr. Mackey, if you're here and you talked to me at the Washoe Club, we came to your house. We would love to talk to you, sir.
I understand how somebody could fall down these and die.
Yes.
And then this is Mr. Mackey's room. One night we were doing one of the night tours, and I'm standing right here, and there's a man and woman on the couch right there. And then my friend was on the outside of the door. He said he felt something very strange. He just went to take a still of me standing right here. Didn't realize his phone was on that live setting. And I'm gonna show you what he got. And the shadow man, he walks this way, but there was no person there. This is me, and I hit the button. There he goes. Oops, there he goes.
Oh, yeah, you can see it very briefly.
He's fast. This has been really slowed down.
Wow, yeah, you can see that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, especially there in front of that. Is that a lamp in the corner there?
Yeah, that's actually, it was a candle.
Oh, it was a
And
candle.
his head looks like it stretches.
Yeah, you can see it especially as it goes across in front of that candle.
Yeah.
Because that's the most noticeable thing, because it blocks out that candle entirely.
So that's our shadow man. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then guys, watch your step. Come on in here. We're going into Mrs. Mackey's room.
Which one of the rooms, not to keep going back to Johnny Depp,
Nope.
but which room, do you know which room he was in where he saw the little girl?
This one.
This one, okay.
A lot of stuff in the mirrors. We get a lot of stuff in the mirrors, guys.
It makes sense you see a lot of stuff in the mirrors, because a lot of people think that mirrors are portals of some kind. You know, there's a reason why they would cover them up before and after a death in the family.
Yeah. And then the last room on the left here is everybody's favorite. It's the creepy doll room.
Oh boy, this is where Miss Molly's gonna feel at home.
Oh yeah, and Molly, I'll have to meet Maddie. Maddie's kind of runs this room.
Uh-oh.
This one is definitely a Victorian doll. She was donated to the mansion. Her name is Anna May. This one has no eyes.
I have a doll with no eyes.
Do you?
At home, yeah.
And then this one is over 200 years old, and she's made of wax.
Wow.
And then Maddie is this one over here, and she has real human hair and a hand-painted face.
Whoever painted her did a good job of making it as creepy as possible.
Oh yeah. Maddie, you have company. She's gonna go, what?
Not as an insult, Maddie. I apologize if you're insulted by that. I didn't mean that in a bad way. I just meant that you're beautiful.
Oh, she's smiling. It's okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this room has got an interesting vibe to it. A lot of people, describe like they're rocking on a ship in here. Like the energy just makes them kind of feel off balance.
Okay.
And then I've gotten very strange odors in this room. And then I've also had a lot of uncomfortableness. This is where that recording that I'll send you that told Halen to get out.
Okay.
That was this room. This one is not as steep. These are, this is that table that Grant, Edison, Bell, and Mark Twain have all sat at. The chairs are not original, but the table is. The chandelier in the center of the room is pure coin silver right out of the mine. Wow. It's pretty cool. And then you guys can come under here. I kind of sit down right here. I kind of like it because this is where Emma likes to play. She gets in here and whatnot.
Wow.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how old is that table?
The table is 166 years old.
Wow.
And it's got more leaves to it as well, so it gets longer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God.
That's incredible.
For sure. Well, Dave, you ready to get started with the investigation here? I'm excited to see what we capture here at the Mackey Mansion in Virginia City, Nevada.
I'm ready. This is one of the coolest places we've been in a long time, and I'm excited to see if we can talk to some of the spirits here tonight.
Let's do it. Let's get started.
Let's do it.
All right, we're getting ready to leave for abandonment. We have 3 cameras set up through the Mackey Mansion, and we're going to leave for about an hour. This is our experiment to see if anything happens, any paranormal activity, anything unexplained, any ghostly sightings happen when no one is inside this mansion to be able to witness them. Right now we're on the first floor, and remember, in this room there were some thieves, some people trying to steal the silver from the safe back here who were actually shot and killed in this room. So we have some equipment in here. We have a camera also in the main hallway covering that second floor with a device that we like to call, and is called, the tracer wire, which detects physical objects that impede the LiDAR, and it'll light up white if something is standing on that LED strip, and then it'll track the movement with red light. So if there's anything that stands in that hallway, we'll see it. We also have a camera in Mr. Mackey's room, and remember, that is the room where when Dawn and a few friends were here, they caught that really creepy shadow that moved across the room. So hopefully we capture something similar in there.
Oh, I hope so. That would be awesome.
Yep, so are you ready, Dave?
I'm ready. First abandonment of season 13, you guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Throw us into the algorithm. We really appreciate it. Leave us a comment down below. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Way too dramatic.
I didn't think it was too dramatic.
Way too dramatic. I'm going to grab my shoes so I'm not wearing slippers outside.
That's a good idea.
We're also running on Ghost Chatter. Everyone remember, this is an app that is not speaking for the spirits. This is asking questions for us while we're gone. So you're going to hear a voice come from this, and this is going to be someone, a human-like voice, asking questions in hopes that we get a response in the environment. So Ghost Chatter is available now for both iOS and Android. You can find it in the App Store or the Google Play Store.
Go download it.
We're officially walking out of the building. We're leaving.
Hello, anyone there? Can you make a noise for me?
This noise is subtle, and on first listen could even be mistaken for a creak of an old house. But what I'm about to point out is shocking and exciting, because as this tapping noise happens, the vibration sensor on the EDI Plus meter spikes to its max. This sound is so subtle that there's only one way it could cause a vibration so noticeable to the meter, and that is if it came directly from the bed frame the EDI Plus meter is sitting on. We can't say for certain what tapped on the bed. All we know is it shouldn't make any noises on its own, as it's a part of the museum and no one is allowed to sit or lay on it. Could someone or something have just tapped on John Mackey's bed frame?
you make a noise?
We're back.
We're back. All right, so we're getting ready to head upstairs here at the Mackey Mansion, first session here for tonight. And we're excited because the second floor is riddled with paranormal stories of paranormal activity and ghost sightings. And this is an area that we have heard so much about and we're excited to investigate, but we don't want to miss any activity down here on the first floor. So we'll give them a little bit of space, but what we're going to do is we have motion sensors down here. And those motion sensors are going to alarm if anything passes in front of them. One of the motion sensors here in the parlor is set to like a bird chirping sound, and then there's a motion sensor set up in that foyer entry room, the room where the gentleman who tried to rob the safe were shot.
Yeah.
There's one in there, and that's more of like a doorbell sound effect. So if we're upstairs and we hear the motion sensors go off, that's gonna be really creepy.
Yes. Let's hope they go off.
I hope so.
Here we go, guys. Season 13, let's start it.
Let's go upstairs. All right, so Dave is going to set up that camera down at the end of the hallway here, and we're gonna turn on some equipment up here, and then we're gonna see what happens as we investigate the second floor moving between these rooms. And we're gonna go ahead and set up here in a little bit Miss Molly, the soon-to-be haunted doll, in the doll room here at the Mackey Mansion. I'm gonna give Miss Molly some friends. Miss Molly is the soon-to-be haunted doll. We've been taking her to all of our investigations. She is not a haunted doll, but we're taking her to investigations because we wondered if we brought a not haunted doll on a bunch of paranormal investigations, can we actually make a haunted doll? That's the goal. So we'll see if that happens tonight.
Okay. You want to double check that? Make sure that looks okay?
So here's what we'll do. To start with, I'm going to go ahead and turn the Ovilus on, and I'm going to set it in the doorway here behind Dave. On the... It was right on my toe. Nothing like a $500 piece of equipment almost breaking your toe.
That'll do it.
Wench, before time.
Those were the calibration words for the Ovilus. This takes readings of the environment, and then we'll take that data, those readings, converted into words. It's a experimental piece of equipment but they believe that if there is some sort of energy around it, that it could be manipulated to cause this device to say certain words. So we'll be listening for it to say words. Hopefully it'll say something relevant.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna go ahead and actually set it on top of the case, so the case is out of the way.
Now, where do we want to be at?
You want to start here in the hallway?
Yeah, here, take this. And I'm going to slide the tracer wire down this way a little bit.
Okay.
You want me to take that back?
If you want to, if you'd rather film. Yeah. All right, so we're up here. My name is Ryan, and this is Dave, and we came up here to talk to you. We're friends. We heard about maybe some people that live here that are seen every now and again. People like Harriet and Emma and Mr. and Mrs. Mackey and his business partner. And if you're able to hear our voices, maybe you can do something to show us that you're in here.
Mrs. Mackey, in your bedroom, we set up a device. We set up a thing that'll play music. Whoa.
Tracer wire just detected a rise in temperature in this hallway. Are you right over there by the light that's going back and forth? If you can you try and grab that blue light or step on it? Just try and catch it under your foot.
Maybe the little girl Emma's here. Emma, if you can see that light, that toy on the ground, it's blue. Can you try and catch that with your hands?
Or maybe you're the other little girl named Lily, I think it was.
Maybe.
I remember reading about a little girl named Lily, maybe. I've got this strange feeling up here that I didn't have before.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know if it's us being watched or what. We invited you to the party. You're more than welcome to come in and say hello. Mr. Mackey? Iron?
Yes.
Iron guess.
Mr. Mackey? Last year we were at the old Washoe Club, the Millionaires Club that you were the founding member of. And that same box that's behind Dave was talking to me about the sugar industry.
Industry.
What industry is that?
Sugar.
The sugar industry. I mean, that's a pretty good industry to get into. You come to a town like this in the Wild West, get everyone addicted to sugar. Before you know it, they'll be eating out of your hands, literally.
Nice.
If that was you, can you give us a sign? I researched and looked up. I read about it. You own part of the Spreckles Sugar Company. Do you still love sugar? What was that?
I heard it sounded like a thumping sound.
Can you make a louder sound for us if you can hear our voices?
Statement. River. Raised.
Do you have a statement for us? You have something you want to say? In Mrs. Mackey's room, there's a box that if you walk in front of it, it'll play music. It'll play a pretty sound, a pretty song. Would you like to hear the music box play a song?
Surface.
Let's walk in here for a second. Okay.
18. Unlock.
So, right at the feet of the doll that we brought, which you're more than welcome to play with, we put a green and orange thing, if you can see that. And I know people have probably brought them in here before. you can touch it and it'll let us know you're here, that you want to play with the doll. So if you want to play with that doll, can you touch that green light with the stick coming out of it? It's like a fun little toy.
Try.
You can try again. We won't be afraid or offended. We'll think it's pretty cool that you're playing with the toy we brought. We know Maddie is the one that is in charge in this room, according to Dawn. She told us that Maddie is the top dog in this room of dolls. The top doll.
Drive.
We did. It's a drive. What if I sit down on the floor here and get down to your level and we can play?
All right. Well, I'm going to come into the room here if that's okay. If you'd rather that I didn't, can you touch the green light right there? And I won't come in. Okay, I'm going to step in. I'm sure you've seen us in the house today. We were invited to come in by the current caretaker. They said we could come in and try to talk to everybody in here tonight. We brought a doll for anybody who would like to play with the doll. She's right here. Her name is Molly. You want to try to pick her up and hold her? Well, my name is Dave, and this is Ryan, and we came all the way here to talk to you.
You might have heard of the state that we're from. It was very recently formed when Virginia City was founded. It's the state of West Virginia. Do you remember when West Virginia split from Virginia and rejoined the Union? During the Civil War, during the war between the states? Ovilus has been uncharacteristically quiet.
Yeah. The last thing I said was vowel.
Yeah, which was during that EVP session.
I do want to try something. I'm going to take the doll, and I'd like for you to follow me. This area right here.
The attic?
Just this little area right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you might see a couple of pieces of plastic on the landing over there. That's from the tracer wire. I just set it over there earlier.
Okay.
Let's step into John's room here.
Okay. We're going to go in here. You can play with that doll.
I want to do another EVP session.
Okay.
I heard that. That's okay. Go over and pick up the doll.
I don't know where that movement is coming from.
I don't either. Come on out. You don't have to hide. This is your house. And if you don't want my doll or my item that I set there with the bright lights there, you can push them down, push them over if you don't want them there. Okay, this is Mr. Mackey's room, second EVP session. I'm gonna lay this on your bed here, Mr. Mackey.
Whoa. Something out in the hallway again.
Yeah.
If you see that bright light right there, John, if we can call you John, we don't mean to be rude. We'll start with Mr. Mackey. We don't want to call you by your first name and be inconsiderate, but you can talk into that, Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey, we're going to ask you a series of questions, and we'd like for you to respond to us by talking in or near that red light right there that's on your bed. First, I'd like to ask, is it okay if we call you John?
If it's okay that we call you John, Mr. Mackey, say yes very loudly.
We were given a tour of your home today, and from the looks of it, you liked the very opulent things in life and future technology. And we brought you some new technology, some future technology that you can interact with today. That green light right over there that leads up to the attic. Can you see that?
I'm feeling a cold breeze across my neck. What?
I just saw a little black shadow right here.
Are you serious? Dude, I felt that cold. Oh man, my hair's standing up. I felt a cold breeze across my neck.
It was right here, and it just went from here to there. I don't know what would be that small or low to the ground, but
I wish I had pointed the camera over there in that moment. I had just pointed it over there, so maybe it caught something if it was there previously.
I hope.
Ooh,
I saw
tracer wire just indicated a temperature change.
Yeah, are you seeing our future technology here? I figured you would like it.
That gave me chills.
Yeah, I still got them.
Just after I'd panned the camera away from the attic stairs, Dave saw a shadow move in that direction.
I'm feeling a cold breeze across my neck. What?
I just saw a little black shadow right here.
Are you serious?
After checking the static camera at the end of the hall, I can't see any shadow movement, and if any is visible, it's hidden by the wall and wasn't seen by the camera. We have no idea what caused the shadow that Dave saw, and because it wasn't captured on camera, I have no data to analyze and debunk it. But it is very strange that just before Dave saw the shadow, I felt a cold air on the back of my neck from the same direction.
I'm feeling a cold breeze across my neck. What?
And moments after, the tracer wire picked up on a change in temperature as well.
Ooh, tracer wire just indicated a temperature change.
Is it possible that Dave saw Emma, the young girl who's seen and photographed throughout the Mackey mansion?
All right, I'm going to end this.
Okay.
You guys, that was really weird.
This is Mr. Mackey's room, second EVP session. Gonna lay this on your bed here, Mr. Mackey. If you see that bright light right there, John, if we can call you John, don't mean to be rude, we'll start with Mr. Mackey. We don't want to call you by your first name to be inconsiderate, but you can talk into that, Mr. Mackey. Mr. Mackey, we're going to ask you a series of questions, and we'd like for you to respond to us by talking in or near that red light right there that's on your bed. First, I'd like to ask, is it okay if we call you John? It's okay that we call you John, Mr. Mackey. Say yes very loudly. We were given a tour
was
of your
that?
home today.
Oh no.
Here, I'll switch you.
From the room. Given a Say yes very loudly.
What is that?
We were given a tour. Call you John, Mr. Mackey. Say yes very
That's a very... Let me see that camera. Did you hear the obelisk speak?
No, I didn't. What did it say?
It said something very childlike. It said hippity hop.
Huh.
It's been quiet for 15 minutes now.
Yeah.
A good while at least. But yeah, it said hippity hop.
That's a bit odd.
Anyway, I'm going to listen to that again to see what it was that...
Let's go back over here just in case this goes off.
Listen to it one more time. It doesn't sound like a voice though.
We're given a tour of your home today. We were given
I hear something there, but it doesn't sound like a voice at all. We'll have to watch back the cameras and listen to our audio to know whether or not there was something that made a noise at that point. But if it's okay that we call you John, Mr. Mackey, say yes very loudly.
It's okay that we call you John, Mr. Mackey. Say yes very loudly. Say yes very loudly.
Again, it could have been anything, and it could be audio pareidolia, it could be apophenia, my ears could be hearing what I want to hear. But you tell us in the comments if you hear something in that moment there that sounds like a voice. And if you do hear it, what do you hear? Sir, I think when we were at the Washoe Club, you used this to talk to me about sugar. I could be wrong. And I know you're probably... I had chills. You know what I wanted to say that I didn't get a chance to say was when you saw that shadow, that little shadow, before you even said anything, the reason I turned around is because I felt like this cold, cold air on the back of my neck.
Really?
Like someone was standing behind me. And I felt that, and I turned around. When I turned the camera back around to you, that was when you saw it, because immediately as soon as the camera fell on you, you were like, you know.
Yeah, it caught me off guard, but that's really weird that happened right before I saw that.
Right, it was like immediately before. I was getting ready to say I feel like cold air, and then you freaked out. Can you say hello to us? Or maybe say your first name? I would ask you to say your last name, but I don't think that's in this box. Also very strange. I mean, it's not strange because it means there's nothing happening, which is in turn not strange. But the music box has been very quiet.
Yes.
Over there in Mrs. Mackey's room. Or maybe you can use that box to say one of our names. We told you what our names were when we first came up, if you were here to listen. Everything's gotten so quiet up here.
It has. Should we try and switch it up and go downstairs?
Yeah. Try a different technique, different tactic.
Let's do it.
Let's go downstairs. Okay, so we are getting set up and started here at the Mackey Mansion on the first floor. We're going to be doing a little bit of a walk around here. We're going to be using Ghost Tube to try and see if we can get any relevant responses. And then we are going to, after that, sit down to do an Estes Method spirit box session outside of the safe where those thieves were actually shot. And it was one of the more violent deaths here at the Mackey Mansion, where those two thieves trying to break into the safe and the security guard shooting them. So right here in this, right outside this safe is where that happened, and we're going to try and maybe hopefully communicate with those two gentlemen who lost their lives there.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Whoa. I don't know if that was inside the safe or if that was...
Could you do that again for us?
What? I heard something. Oh, you did?
Are you still in there guarding that money? I mean, it wasn't. No. But it happened when you were talking about those guys.
Right. Are those two gentlemen here with us tonight? Those two thieves? Pulling out Ghost Tube. And just so everyone knows, my device is in airplane mode, as you can see, so it's not going to set off any of the equipment around us. It's always important whenever you're using any sort of phone app or anything that requires cell phone use, if you can put your phone in airplane mode, to do it so it doesn't interfere with EMF equipment.
You know, we set up these bright lights and devices for you.
Clean.
And you made them go off. You made them alarm. And that's what we wanted you to do.
What did it say?
No.
Clean.
What did we say when we were laying on the floor down here right before we started this session? You were stretching your back by laying on the floor. And we were just joking around about how we were being lazy and how it wouldn't look good back in that time.
Yeah.
And you said, like the old saying goes, if you have time to lean, you have time to...
Clean.
Right. Literally said that right before we started this. Mm-hmm. Not that that's a response or anything. It's just kind of weird and ironic. Kind of coincidental. You don't have to set that stuff off, though. Were you listening to us when we were in here?
Am I standing in the same spot?
I remember you.
Where you shot those men?
We've never been here, but we were up at the Washoe Club last year. Do you remember us from when we were at the Washoe Club?
Infant.
Since that equipment is being monitored, let's walk over to
the
other room.
Do you think you could lend me a bar of silver?
Are you scared?
No. Can you try to scare me?
Success.
Nothing happened. There's no success.
Let me ask you this. I heard that, Mr. Mackey, I heard that when people were having tough times, you would anonymously give them pieces of silver to help them out. If that's true, can you touch that bright red light, orange light, green light that I put on the mantle there?
Why are you asking?
Well, there's a new docent of the home, and that's what she told us about your legacy. The kind things that you would do for people.
What was that? Sounded like something moved in that desk right there.
That is Mr. Mackey's desk.
That is his desk.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You don't have to... I know it's probably embarrassing, someone asking you about something that you had expected to remain a secret.
Let me.
Let you what?
I just thought it was very admirable.
Give it to me.
And if I was in your position, I would do the same thing. So I just wanted to say thank you for helping those unfortunate people. You didn't have to, but you did.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely. There's a camera clicking in the corner for reference.
Let me come over here. Because I want to be able to see that tripwire if it goes off.
I forgot that was there.
Me too.
You can switch it off if you want.
No, it's all right. I'm coming over here.
You hear that music?
Stand over here.
Can you stand there and
Right there.
walk right in front of that and you can hear that music again? I'd like to see if you could do that for us.
We'd love to hear it. I don't know what that was.
That was like 4 or 5 footsteps.
Yeah. We'd love to hear it. I don't know what that was.
Something awful happened at the bottom of these stairs.
Don't leave me.
You know, earlier I spoke about the Mackeys enjoying and welcoming future technology. I'm holding the most technologically advanced thing. And you can use this
I can hear you.
to communicate with us. So we think.
If you can use that, can you use it to say your name? That'll be a way for us to know that you actually can use that. You can be a part of an experiment for new technology. If you get close to Dave over there and try your best to say your name through that box he's holding, it'll allow us to know that you're here and that you can hear us.
You good?
It was in time lapse that whole time. Now I'm good. It's in video. I just happened to look up and I was like, there's no way it's only 1 minute and 1 second. Sorry guys, I had a face cam rolling here and that's really embarrassing. I was using this face cam, I even talked to it a good bit at the beginning. And I didn't even realize that the GoPro was set in time-lapse mode still from when we had it outside, so I was taking a time-lapse of my face. Which was that you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Satisfied.
Which I'm going to play for you right now. So now that we're back and I'm actually here on video.
Candy.
We don't have any candy. But now that I'm here on video and it's actually recording me, let's get back into it.
Isn't it strange how neither piece of equipment in there has gone off since?
Right. That is pretty strange.
Well, if you didn't hear, my name is Dave, and this is my friend Ryan.
Hello.
And we came all the way from the newly formed state of West Virginia just to talk to you. It took us 47 days by horse to get here.
Your southern accent's coming out there, Dave.
Was it?
Yes. Took us 47 days by horse.
It took us 47 days by horse. Let me ask you this, Mr. Mackey. John. In this house anywhere, did you hide any gold or silver? That nobody would find, not even your family? And if you did, can you tell me where it is?
Crazy.
He is crazy.
Yeah.
That he is.
I feel like we should go upstairs.
You think? We can take a sweep through there.
Okay.
Because we're going to be coming back down here to do the Estes, so...
Yeah.
It might be beneficial to do a sweep with Ghost Tube up there. And if that music box goes off, we'll hear it, and so will the camera and over by the safe.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and come upstairs.
Floor.
What about the floor?
Is that where the silver's hidden? Is under the floor?
I'm going to tell you right now, it's a whole different vibe up here than it was earlier.
Okay. These stairs are so steep.
Convenient.
Are you in here with the dolls? If you are, can you push this gate closed? Well, probably not because it's being held open. Maybe you could do this to the gate. Can you do this? What was that?
Something on these stairs over here.
Dennis.
Is there somebody named Dennis here? Mrs. Mackey, are you decent? Can we come in your room?
Listen to us.
We're trying.
Round.
I know we've done it a bunch, but do you still have that recorder? We could do a burst.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go in Miss Mackey's room.
Okay.
Miss Mackey, we're going to come in and try and have a conversation with you.
What? The mannequin? With the dress?
Yes. Oh, wow.
Got him good.
Watching. Familiar.
You're familiar with this? Well, if you're familiar with this, I'm going to turn on this box. This box has a red light on it. You'll see it glowing red. And if you speak into that glowing red light, we should be able to hear your voice.
Should I stop this or let it go?
You can let it go.
Okay.
EVP Mrs. Mackey's room, 2nd floor. What's your name? Anyone that's in here? My name is Ryan and this is Dave and we don't mean any harm.
Mrs. Mackey, we heard that you eventually went to New York and they didn't really accept you there. How did you feel about that? Also, what was it like to have the president in your home?
Choked.
I bet it was an interesting time, an interesting experience.
What's it like where you are right now? Is it peaceful?
Play.
Do the kids, are you wanting to play?
If you want to play, can you throw something to us? We'll catch it. Or try. We're going to listen back to this and you throw something if you want to play.
EVP Mrs. Mackey's room, 2nd floor. What's your name? Anyone that's in here?
We listened back to this EVP session, but the recorder didn't capture anything strange or unusual.
We're gonna listen back to this and you can throw something if you want to play.
Nothing. Don't say that at the same time as me.
So we decided it was finally time to go back down to the safe to conduct our Estes Method Spirit Box session. The two most violent deaths occurred in this room, so maybe if I sit in the doorway of the safe, someone will want to speak to us. While we're getting set up for the Estes, I realize that I forgot an important piece of equipment.
We're going to be doing an Estes Method Spirit Box session. We don't normally do these Esteses this way, the Estes Method. We normally use a regular spirit box and we record it through a digital audio recorder. I accidentally left those digital audio recorders in my suitcase, so we're gonna actually, in order to still get to do an Estes session, so we don't have to completely cut it out and not do it, we're gonna use Ghost Tube Vox. I'm gonna turn the sweeping on for Ghost Tube Vox, use these noise canceling headphones, and I'll try and do an Estes session that way.
But this would also backfire on us, because for some reason, once Vox was connected with our Bluetooth headphones, it only recorded mine and Dave's voices, and excluded the voices that I was hearing in the headphones. Because of this unfortunate malfunction, for only the second time in over 5 years, we don't have the Spirit Box audio to be able to share with you. But we still find this Estes session quite interesting, so we want to share it with you.
Hi. And then a woman said, speak up.
All right, guys, so we are doing the Estes session. Any of the spirits here
Yes.
who are in the building, in the house, I'm going to be asking you some questions. And my friend Ryan is going to be listening. And he can hear what you're saying. Just speak to him and he'll be able to hear you. Can you tell us what your name is? Who's here with us?
Going. They are, but...
Are any of the Mackies here in the home? Mr. Mackey, Ryan is sitting in front of your incredible safe that you built over there.
Any interest?
Are you able to tell him something about yourself?
Looking?
We absolutely love your house. It's beautiful.
A resident? Do they and they?
Do you ever just come back to visit your home? Or are you always here? Or do you just stop in from time to time?
You to or get to or something like that?
We're just curious and would like to talk to you. And we think you'd be able to talk to Ryan over there. What were the names of the men who broke in here to try to steal your fortune? How many of them were there?
Enough?
We heard that they were immediately taken out by your security guard.
Ooh, I feel like there's someone standing on my right-hand side right here. They're covered.
He did a good job of protecting.
Something is here, someone's here. Ooh, and then I heard a woman's voice say, ooh, Latino.
Does it upset you, Mr. Mackey, that people come in?
Go sit.
Go sit? We're not allowed to sit on any of the furniture.
Who are you? And then I heard these are criminals.
No, we're not criminals. We're not here to take your possessions.
That was all a woman's voice. The same woman's voice.
But you told me to sit. So I will sit right here.
Just about.
We're not criminals, I can promise you that. Okay?
Destruction.
If anything, Mr. Mackey.
He better. In danger.
Nobody's in danger.
She's right.
Can you tell me, whoever's listening, there's a dress right here to my right-hand side. Whose dress was that? It's right over here.
Lie.
Whose dress was that? We heard that your assistant was very loyal. Is he still in the home here?
Hi.
Ooh. Is this the assistant? Is this Mr. Mackey's assistant? Is it okay that we're in here trying to speak with you?
We'd like to.
I'd like for you to speak to us too. Can you tell Ryan over there how many fingers I'm holding up? If you can hear me? We're just here to try to talk to you, that's all. We don't mean any harm. We're not going to steal your gold. We're not going to steal your silver.
Indoor.
We're not going to steal all of your riches.
Close enough.
We don't want anything. Except to talk to you. That's it. Okay?
There was a voice there I couldn't make out. I'll have to review it. It's like, I don't think something, but I couldn't make out the last part.
When we were here last year, we were up at the Washoe Club. Something that you helped create. And we had a word come through.
Bridge the gap.
I just felt cold air on my face. The word that came through was sugar. Mr. Mackey, does that mean anything to you? Sugar?
That's him? And then a man's voice said something phasm or something like that?
We know
That was Spanish that I just heard there.
Can we have some sugar?
Think that can be.
That sounded weird.
Spanish again. More Spanish. I just heard something about money there. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it said someone said something about money.
We're not going to take your money. Like I said, we're just here to listen to anything that you might have to say. So, I'm just trying to think of anything that you'd like to talk about. Are there any messages that...
What have you done?
Are there any messages, Mr. Mackey, that you have for any of your children? hopefully you and your children are back together and spending eternity together.
People catch up.
There were some very important people that you had in this home. Mr. Twain, Mr. Graham, Mr. Edison, the President. You were friends with a lot of very important people, and you were very important yourself.
More Spanish, I just heard.
Did you enjoy living here in Virginia City?
Yes.
Whoa.
Man's voice.
I really enjoy Virginia City as well. I would like to live here.
I thought I just heard someone say doll.
We did bring a doll. Do you like that doll? If there are any spirits here that would like to attach themselves to the doll that we brought, you can do that, but only to the doll.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But you can't attach your energy to me, and you can't attach your energy to Ryan. It can only be to the doll. So, is that something you want to do?
Hi.
Hi. Mr. Mackey, was everything that you had put into that safe, or did you have other hiding spots for your fortunes? I'm not going to ask where they are.
I just heard a man say something about murdered. They're murdered or something.
Are you talking about the two men who broke into your house to try and steal your fortune?
Ultimately.
Somebody told your secret about how you were hiding all of your money in the safe, and then they came in and tried to steal it, didn't they?
Out.
If you'd like for us to get out, if that's what you're saying, can you confirm that by touching one of the bright lights that we've set up around the house? Earlier, upstairs, I saw a shadow go right across the attic steps, right at the bottom of them. What was that shadow?
Ooh, it said lady in the mirror.
Lady in the mirror. Is that who the shadow was? A lady? It was a very small shadow.
I suppose.
Okay. Does that lady have a name? Can you tell me that? Does she have a name?
And the boy.
Earlier you...
Sid.
A boy named Sid? Earlier you told me to sit down, and I'm still sitting down. Can I get back up?
Remember. Maria?
Wow. So is the lady in the mirror's name Maria?
And a doll.
Okay, that's weird. What is it about the doll? Which doll are you talking about? Are you watching us right now? Is it rude of me to be sitting on the floor?
We'd like to.
Is it rude of me to be wearing a hat in your home? Mr. Mackey, I'm looking at your photo here.
The kitchen.
How old were you in this photo?
The day that it started.
Is there anything that Ryan or I could help you with? Is there anything at all that you need? Any messages that you need to get to anybody? Any unfinished business that we could maybe help with? Anything?
You, boy.
I'm just trying to be kind and make communication with you, but if you would like for me to stop trying to talk to you, let me know somehow. And I'll stop talking. Is the shadow that I saw upstairs, was that Maria? Is that what you were saying?
They're strong. What would you do?
That was a good TV show.
Like you said.
Well, Mr. Mackey, Mrs. Mackey, is there anything that you need to say?
I don't need anything.
What? Okay. Well, wow, that was really cool.
My kid.
Yeah, your kids are right here, aren't they? You did a good job providing for your family.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you here now?
So, you understand, or glad you understand, or something like that?
I know you worked hard to make sure everybody was taken care of, didn't you?
Not the wedding.
Was there anything else in life that you wanted to do that you never got to do? Or were you happy with your life?
Painful, maybe, or something like that?
All right, Mr. Mackey. Any final words?
Very, very important. Something about Carol and Carol, or something about Carol.
I'm pointing at somebody here. Can you tell Ryan who I'm pointing at? Who is this?
That sounded really funny. Something about it was like the booty.
Okay.
One step.
I'm going to go get Ryan. This is your last chance to say anything. Could you say goodbye?
Dessert. Oh, pie. It's funny. It was like, dessert. And then you tapped me on the shoulder.
Ready for dessert?
Oh, wow. I just heard thank you come through here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting. Any of that make sense?
Some of it was pretty interesting.
Well, that's good.
More towards the end there. Don't ask me what, because I don't remember.
I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know what that's about. I don't know if I inhaled dust there or what was going on, but
I don't know.
ooh, that hurt. My lungs just started hurting.
Well, if you guys liked that type of Estes session and you want us to do more from time to time, leave a comment down below. And maybe we'll do something like that.
Before we end up packing up and ending the night here at the Mackey Mansion, do you think we should go and sit outside the dining room where the famous Ulysses S. Grant and Thomas Edison and Mark Twain and all those famous people ate dinner?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go down there for a few minutes and see if anything will happen.
Let's go.
We're headed down to the famous dining room. We're going to set up some equipment outside the door to see if anyone wants to actually speak to us. I ran the tripwire up the stairs here, so if anyone comes down the stairs, we'll be able to see it there on the tripwire.
Okay.
All right, so we have everything set up down here. We have the tripwire, the EMF tripwire running up the stairs here. We have the REM pod here on the banister at the end. And then, because we're not allowed into the dining room, we laid down here on the floor and we're able to feed the tracer wire underneath the gate here. So you can see the actual base that generates the LiDAR is outside. The LED strip we kind of just set on the floor and pushed underneath the gate. So now we have the tracer wire running into the dining room there. So if anyone is in there and they actually stand on that tracer wire, it'll light up white, and then where the movement was will be red. So
Yep.
we'll see what happens. If there's anyone here with us and you're in the dining room, come out and play with us. Dawn told us that the children like to play under the stairs there behind Dave. We've come all the way from West Virginia to speak to you. Thousands of miles we traveled to have the opportunity to speak to you, and we would really love it if someone would actually come out and let us hear their footsteps, or if someone would come out and speak out loud so we can hear your voice. What time is dinner? If dinner's coming up at any point in time, can you go ahead and touch one of these lights? If any of the kids are here, these purple lights that run up the stairs, if you actually try and grab one of those, it'll change colors. And we'll see where you are. It's like a fun toy. Can you grab one of those that's on the stairs?
there were a lot of important meetings and conversations that happened right here at this dining table. If you were here for any of those conversations, could you go stand at that blue light right there? We heard Mr. Edison had dinner in here. Mr. Twain had dinner in here. Watch this. Look at my foot. Can you do that with your foot?
If there's anyone upstairs, come on down. Dinner's served. I don't know if you had a dinner bell or a gong or a screaming person to scream to you when dinner's ready.
A screaming person.
That's what I had when I was growing up. My mom from the other side of the house. Dinner! She didn't sound like that. Sorry, Mom. That was a bad impersonation. Dinner's ready!
We're calling... Did it go off? Oh, no, it didn't go off. I'm trying to get it. We're calling upon all of the people in the house to come down to the dining table for an important middle of the night meeting. There's been word that some bandits are going to try to break in the house and steal the silver and gold. So we need everybody to come down the steps here and sit around the table.
It's not the first emergency I would have gone with, but that's fine.
Hey, that silver and gold is important.
It is. And you got to keep the bandits away from the silver.
You absolutely do.
We heard there was a mine collapse right over here to the side of the house. This shaft that used to sit over here where the gazebo is now.
So the gazebo is built over a 2,600-foot mine shaft. Many of those men are still down there. They were collapsed upon and never made it back up to the surface. So we do our wedding receptions out there, and they dance. People dance on top of that, and it kind of brings up the energy. They seem to like it.
Yeah.
If you guys do want to go out there and see if you get anything, you might. You can go out this door.
Okay.
Miners trapped underneath, never recovered, still down there. Are any of those men here? You know what I always thought of?
What?
You know how with like the Winchester mansion, Sarah Winchester thought that she and her husband were haunted by the spirits of everyone killed with the Winchester rifle?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, did people who owned like these mines that were extremely dangerous feel like they were haunted by the spirits of the people that died in their mines?
Maybe.
Due to accidents and stuff. I mean, I guess they may not have been superstitious people like that, but it's interesting to think about, you know, because that is also another thing. It's like you send someone down into a mine to try and mine the silver to build your wealth, and that person who's mining the silver dies?
Yeah.
What was that?
My arm is on this, but it doesn't make that sound.
No, there was like a beep. It sounded like it was from back in the dining room.
Let me ask you this. This doesn't have to be on here, but what if we could, just for something different, set up the camera here?
What the hell?
I had my arm on the banister. Let me do it again.
Okay.
No.
Nothing. Interesting.
We could leave a camera set up and maybe take the REM pod and go out and do a burst session right at the gazebo for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Okay, so that camera is set up. And now that camera's all good to go, we're going to go out to the gazebo where Dawn told us that the original, I guess, the shaft was, the entrance to the mine was. Is that what she said?
I think it was like the portal.
The mine portal was right there, and that's the one that collapsed. 129 miners trapped down below ground, so
It's worth a shot.
yeah.
Here, I'll give this to you.
Okay. So, if there's any miners out here, anyone that actually worked for the Comstock load, and you can hear our voice, can you touch that red light that I just set there right above this, what we believe or what we were told was the mine portal? Any of those 129 men that were trapped below ground?
What's that?
I don't know. You know, it would be pretty eerie. Because...
Thank you.
Wow.
You can keep trying that.
I was...
Wow.
Let me test something here. No, it wasn't me. I don't think.
Yeah, but you weren't moving.
No. Not the first time. The second time I'm talking about.
Step this way, just in case.
The first time I didn't move. The second time I stepped my foot right here on this board.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay. Give it a second to reset. We know for sure we're not moving.
Whoa.
Whoa. Excuse me. I was laughing because I heard a cat in heat. Did you hear it?
Yes.
But what I was going to say is, it'd be pretty eerie being the Mackey family, knowing that this mine portal right here is where the collapse happened, or, you know, I can't remember what year she said it happened, but, you know, if the Mackeys still lived in that mansion over there being able to look out their window and see the mine portal.
Yeah.
And knowing there was 129 men trapped in the mine down there.
Yeah, because every time you walked out your house, you would think about it.
Right. Like Dave asked, can you touch that again for us? I tell you what, here's something better. Instead of just endlessly asking you to touch a red light, EVP? Outside? Oh, son of a...
Because this REM pod is a few years old, large vibrations will set it off. And it seems every time we shift our weight on the gazebo floor, those vibrations cause the center of this floor to bounce under the table, setting off the REM pod. It's obvious now that we need to move it, or else every footstep or shift of our weight will set it off.
So we ended up moving the REM pod over here to this side because when it was sitting on the table, because of the way the floor is built, it seems like every time you would walk on this floor, the very center would bounce. And because of that, it was bouncing the table, causing the REM pod to go off, sitting on that table. Even though nobody was moving or bouncing or even taking any steps the first time that went off, we have to say that that was the reason, because more than likely there was some vibration of some kind that caused that to bounce and go off. So I'm going to do an EVP session right here. EVP, rolling. If there's anyone out here, can you speak into that red light that I just put on this table if you're one of those miners that's trapped below ground? Can you say something to us?
Can you tell us what your name is?
I heard a whistle there. Could have been a bird, but... Did you work for the Comstock load? What do you think of John Mackey?
If your soul is still here on these grounds, can you touch the red light that we set up?
Okay, I'll listen back. So I don't want this one to get too long.
Yeah.
If your soul is still here on these grounds, can you touch the red light that we set up?
What was that?
Okay, hear me out. I hear me. Sounds like someone goes, me.
Okay. There's
Slow motion.
There's more after that.
Is there?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, I slowed it down there, so let me. The recording was pretty much done, so I'm not sure, but let us know what you guys hear down in the comments. I mean, obviously, if we're able to debunk it and cross-reference it on the video, if one of us made some sort of noise that was picked up on this, we'll definitely have let you know. We'll have already let you know. No, we will have already let you know. We will have already let you know if we found something. I'm so tired.
It's been a long day, you guys.
And we weren't able to find, everything around here closes before 9 p.m., so we couldn't find any coffee or anything.
No.
So we're going without caffeine on this. My brain is zapped.
Well, luckily it's the end of the night, so.
Yes.
I say we go back in there, gather our things, and bid farewell to the Mackey Mansion.
Yeah, let's head back in and grab this camera and bid farewell to Mackey Mansion.
Hey everyone, I'm sitting here in the brand new Paranormal Quest office, and you might be wondering why it looks a little different. Well, the reason we had to do the marathon this week is because we had a very sudden and unexpected move, and in fact we had to cancel some investigations that we had planned in order to accommodate this move. We had to pack up everything we own, and we had to move it nearly 3 hours across the state to a new house, a new place. And there's a lot more to that story, but we can't talk about it publicly just yet. Maybe here in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, we can talk about exactly why that move had to occur, because there's a long backstory behind that. I'm going to actually make a members and Patreon exclusive video that we can put up for right now in case anyone is too curious about what happened and really needs to know before we can publicly talk about it. So you can find that in the members section or over on our Patreon. But there's reasons why we aren't putting it out there on the public channel yet, but that will all be coming very soon. But as I'm putting this marathon together, I'm chilling here, kind of in this bare room. We haven't even had time to set up everything and decorate yet, but I'm sitting here with Nova, who is sleeping on the bed right here next to me, watching me work. So, but I want to thank you guys so much for understanding that we have to do a marathon this week and for watching and supporting the channel. We're going to have new episodes coming back very soon, so be ready for that, and make sure you hit the like button if you're enjoying revisiting some of these investigations and locations. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of original brand new investigation videos from our adventures from our paranormal quest all around to some of the most allegedly haunted places in the world. We have some terrifying experiences that we've had that we have uploaded to this channel. So we want to thank you all so much for your support, and thank you so much for being a part of the Paranormal Quest family. Now let's get back into the next investigation. This house that is allegedly haunted, or apparently haunted, surprisingly haunted according to the owner.
Hearing footsteps going up and down the floors pretty much all hours of the night.
That was just crazy. Kind of caught us off guard.
That it was almost scary to the point where it was almost like, oh my gosh, they slept there.
What the hell was that? Whoa, 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 whoa. That kind of shocked me there. That was pretty shocking. Just... What? Chills. Ask and ye shall receive, I guess.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Dave and Ryan here.
And welcome to our paranormal quest.
We are back in one of our favorite places, the old hospital on College Hill. But we're not here for the hospital, are we?
We are not. This hospital behind me here, to be quite honest, is haunted as hell.
Oh, I got cold chills.
Where did that come from, man?
No way.
What was that? That almost sounded like a...
Did it not sound like a woo?
I mean, to me,
type
it
of
kind
thing?
of was like, I don't know if it was here or there.
We've been here a few times and we've caught some really incredible things in here, but we wanted to investigate the house of one of the founding doctors of this hospital, because we had stayed there when we investigated here last time with Dawson and Jason, and we thought to ourselves, it was just our accommodation. We thought this place is really creepy and it's really old. So we knew that we had to come back eventually just for that house.
Absolutely. And there's already been some strange things that have happened.
Yeah, I mean, as we speak right now, we decided to start off the day by setting up a camera, an abandonment camera, alone during the day, because we see all the comments that people put. Everyone asking, why do you do it at night? Paranormal activity happens during the day too, and we agree with you. The reason we do it at night though is because it's a lot quieter, as you can hear from the flow of traffic going by. So the reason that we do it at night is just because it's quieter, there's less people out, there's less contamination in the world around you, but we wanted to try an abandonment during the day before we even started with our introduction or before we even started with the interview, and let that camera roll. And as soon as, even before we rolled on the camera, we had some crazy activity. So let's go back in time and check that out. What are you looking for? The pliers, because when I put that dead light on, normally when I unscrew it, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude. The music box on the stairs went off, and then the music box leading into the living room just went off. Like something came down the stairs or walked in front of that. So we have a brand new music box right over here that's at the bottom of the stairs. That was probably me, because I'm within its range. We were in the
Dave Audio, College Hill Hospital. Cottage.
I'm gonna move out of the range for a second. We were in the kitchen here, putting our microphones on and getting ready to head up to interview Charlie and do our introduction in front of the hospital here. And we had the new music box that we just got go off, which plays that song by Tiny Tim, Tiptoe Through the Tulips, right? And I immediately run over to turn on this camera to capture it. As you saw, as soon as the clip started, the music box was already going off. And then that other music box, which is pointing into the living room, went off. So that was really weird. We just got our stuff unpacked and we have our cameras set up here, or our cameras staged here, ready to head up to the hospital to meet with Charlie. That was Dave. So you can see how when you walk through that foyer, it will go off. So it's kind of strange. I don't know what set that off, and I don't know what set off the other music box. There's not really any explanation for that.
No, because we were standing in the kitchen there.
Right, we were. I mean, you can see the music boxes all the way out there, and we were in here trying to figure out a light for this camera because I got the bracket stuck on top of this, the light stuck on top of the bracket, but we don't have batteries for it. So we were trying to sort out that conundrum, and then that happened and that went off.
Creepy.
Yeah, very strange. There's nothing that was moving in there. There shouldn't be any motion that's happening in that foyer. So once we get out of here and this house is completely empty, if that goes off, there's no reason why that should be going off. I will also say we have a plasma ball, which you'll see on the stairs set up. We only have 2 REM devices and they're all the way by the side door, as far away from the plasma ball as they can get, and we tested them to make sure that the plasma ball was not going to interfere with them. Mm-hmm. So we set them as far away as they could get, over on the mantle and over on the couch in the living room. But everything else is just motion, like the music boxes, the 2 music boxes, which that kind of shocked me there. That was pretty shocking to see that go off, the one music box go off, but then the second one go off right after.
Yeah, that was weird.
Pointed into the living room. That was beyond weird. So let's set up this camera right here and head up. All right, we're officially leaving the house.
You didn't think that I was gonna forget, did you? They thought I was gonna forget.
They thought you were gonna forget?
Yeah.
We're leaving!
All right.
Go up and touch that light on the stairs. See if you can pull from that to make things happen in here, Dr. Conley, or anyone that's here.
You definitely have the key, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do you think now we meet up with Tanya, the owner of the building, and see what kind of information she has about Dr. Conley's house?
Yeah, because I know from the last time we were here, they were telling us a few bits and bobs about the history and about how some paranormal teams have had experiences in there when they were just staying there, unintentionally having experiences, not even investigating. So I think we should talk to Tanya and find out what people have been seeing and experiencing inside Dr. Connolly's house on the grounds of the old hospital on College Hill.
Let's do it. Let's go find her.
All right, so Tanya.
Hello.
You are the co-owner of the old hospital on College Hill, and the Conley house kind of goes along with that. What is the Conley house and how long has it been there?
Well, Dr. Conley's house, I believe, was built in around 1930. The hospital, if you remember, it opened in 1928. Dr. Conley was the original doctor who really started this hospital and really what I call our superhero doctor. The hospital started in downtown Williamson. It burnt in a fire in 1925. 26 around that time, and then he came up with the idea to build a bigger and better hospital, and he and Dr. Salton came up with this big beauty, the hospital I was born in. When we purchased the hospital, Dr. Conley's house came along with it, and we weren't sure what we were going to do with it at the beginning, but unfortunately, the only hotel we had in town closed a few years ago, so our paranormal teams were having to drive anywhere from 30 miles up to an hour to the nearest hotel, so we thought, why not rent Dr. Conley's house out for our teams, just in case they needed a place to stay, to get a shower, or just to rest or hang out. But little did we know that there was also some spooky stories behind Dr. Conley's house as well.
What kind of spooky stories came along with the house?
So we started renting it out to our paranormal investigators, and lo and behold, one of the very first nights that we rented it, we got a call from our investigators saying, hey, did you know that there's activity in the house? And we were like, no. They said, here are some things that happened in the house while we were there. So they started telling us about hearing footsteps going up and down the floors pretty much all hours of the night. If you know anything about the house, I did a walkthrough of it when we first opened it, and we pinned it on our Facebook page. Dr. Conley had a maid, and he had a built-in maid's quarters attached to the house. So throughout the house, you will see buttons kind of through there. They no longer work, but some of the teams were capturing the sounds of what they described it as chimes. Like you would push the button, it would chime, and the maid would appear and kind of serve whatever or do whatever they needed to do. So those kind of things. There's also a grandfather clock that's in there. They would claim that the time would change as far as the hands on the clock. It would be at one time and then it would go to another time. Also, doors shutting. One of the master bedroom, all the bedrooms are upstairs on the second floor, but the master bedroom is the biggest of the bedrooms. They claimed that there is another door, which makes it even weirder. I know there's a door that leads down to the maid's bedroom, and they would say that the lock on the door would go back and forth, would move. So it really kind of spooked them, I think, a little bit, because they were not prepared for that. So they didn't set up any equipment or anything. And of course, we don't want to, as the owner of it, I don't want to get into a habit of saying everything's haunted, because then everybody just, oh, you're just the owner, you're just trying to sell it, whatever. So we kind of let it go. But then after 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 teams started staying there, and we started collecting more evidence, then we knew. We knew something was going on. We knew something was apparently going on up on the hill, because we also have some captures in the cottage as well. So it's pretty amazing to have the house that the original co-founder of this hospital lived in. Some people have reported that they picked up Dr. Conley saying things. Dr. Conley died in this hospital. He died of cancer. So he lived really close. So I'm sure there's a lot of emotion and family that was around here at the time too. So it's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because we didn't even leave the house yet from when we have a camera rolling right now inside the house, and we set up 2 music boxes, one at the bottom of the stairs and the other one pointing into the parlor living room area. And it was wild because we were in the kitchen talking about the light we were going to put on the camera, and the music box at the bottom of the stairs went off. So we run in, I turn the camera on, and then the music box pointing into the parlor living room area went off.
Oh, wow.
So it was like one right after the other. So we were in there for like 5 minutes at most, and we already had activity in there, which was weird.
One of the latest teams that stayed with us, she shared a clip with me, and you can clearly see them sitting in the dining room area, which I'm sure you guys will show. They're sitting in the dining room area, and they left some REM pods and some, I don't think it was a music box, but just some equipment throughout the house while they were talking and eating. And while they were eating, and they didn't even hear a lot of it, some of the equipment starts going off, like REM pods were going off. They picked up some really cool EVPs, and when they got home and went back to replay them, it was some of the coolest things. It was saying, one was not even, it said get out. So I don't know if they were not happy with what they were discussing at the time, but it was so clear and so precise that it was almost scary, to the point where it was almost like, oh my gosh, they slept there. And then they said at night, when you walk into the master bedroom, there's like a small door. I guess it's where the water cutoff is, and it's pushed in really far. It's never fell, it's never opened, and when they went to bed that night, like around 2 o'clock in the morning, they heard a big bang. Scared them all to death. They didn't know what it was. They got up, the guy that was with them jumped up, and it was that door to the little cutoff place that's never done that. I mean, I've been in that house 1,000 times. You have to push, you have to give it, a good, it's not loose, so it wouldn't just fall. But it was like a sign, like they were done. They just wanted them out. So they calmly just put it back in place, and they got out of there pretty early the next morning.
Would you say that you feel like Dr. Conley might be in the house?
Most of the teams that have stayed there, what the feedback that I've gotten, I've had a few tell me they feel like it's Dr. Conley, but most of them tell me they feel like it's either a butler or a maid that they've come in contact with. So a lot of them feel like they feel the presence of the maid that's still there.
Yeah, it's always a wild thing whenever you have a place that you want to use for paranormal investigators to stay when they're investigating, and then to come to find out that's haunted too.
Yes, we were a little leery because we know paranormal investigators love paranormal, but at the same time we know they like to rest as well. So we were a little worried. It was like, when they leave the hospital, they're going to be exhausted. So when they get to the house, if the house starts acting up, how are they going to feel towards that? So we really didn't know. We didn't promote it as haunted at first because we like I said, being the owners of it, we just really didn't want people to, y'all just thinking everybody, everything's haunted. But when you start hearing stories, and then we started having experiences when we were in the house, you can't, it is what it is. So it's really, we love to hear back from the teams. We do not charge extra to investigate the house. Once you pay your overnight lodging fee, we allow you to investigate the house for free because it's research for us. We're kind of excited to see who's there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're excited to find out what we capture here over the next few hours, and hopefully it's something good.
Hopefully so.
So, and then one thing that may actually kick up activity, not only, in the hospital and the grounds and surrounding areas, you're going to be doing a haunted attraction or a haunted house soon?
Yes, we are getting ready. After so many years, the community and a lot of our visitors have begged us to do a walk through haunted hospital, a haunted house per se, but we're a hospital, so I have to say haunted hospital. So we will have some scare actors, some jump scares and things like that. We've done tours and escape floors for the past couple of years, and I can tell you on Halloween night, it is absolutely insane. You're going to have your scares just with the hospital by itself, but this year we are starting September 27th, and every Friday and Saturday in October, all the way through November 1st, we're going to be doing our first ever walk-through haunted house. So there'll be 3 floors of the hospital that you will have to navigate in the dark on your own and try to find your way out with a lot of scare actors and stuff in the way. So we're really excited about it.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So guys, if you want to come out here, and if you don't have the time or the ability to spend the night here at the old hospital on College Hill, you can come out and go through their haunted attraction in the month of October, Friday and Saturday nights. Maybe you'll have a paranormal experience. So
yeah,
it's exciting. All right, so we're headed back down the hill here. We just got finished talking to Tanya about the history of the Dr. Connolly's house, one of the founders of the old hospital on College Hill, and the camera down there is still rolling. We have no idea what that camera's picked up while we've been up here.
No, not at all. I'll be interested to see if either one of those music boxes went off again since we've been gone.
Oh no, yeah, because it was bizarre. If it would have just been the one music box going off, I would have been like, okay, maybe there's something interfering with it. But the fact that the one went off, and then that one stopped, and then the other one went off, that was just crazy. Kind of caught us off guard. So, but I'm interested to see what it is that we capture when we are inside this house this evening. Because, again, like Tanya said, they had no intention of making that a part of the haunted history of the house. They just thought it would be a great place for paranormal investigators to sleep and to stay while they're investigating the hospital, so they didn't have to drive to a hotel 20-30 minutes away. Well, come to find out, as investigators started to sleep there, more and more started to say they were having experiences inside the house that they couldn't explain. So, I mean, are you excited for this, Dave?
I am, because when we stayed here last time when we investigated, we thought that there was like a vibe to the house, and we actually wanted to film there, but we didn't have time. And even walking in today, there were some strange vibes and already the equipment going off. So I am excited to see what happens, if anything, when we get in here.
Yes, and please pardon Dave's bumpy driving here. It's not his fault. It's the fact that to get to this house, you have to go up these back roads along the hills of this, literally along the hill that extends down the side of the hospital, or the back of the hospital here. So, but we are pulling in right now.
We're home.
We're here, so let's head inside and see what happened. I'm gonna keep rolling on this camera in the case that something is going down in here.
Let's do it. Let's go see what's happening.
All right, we are here. Dr. Connolly, we're back. There is definitely a vibe in here.
There is.
All right. Well, guys, what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and tear this down, and then we are going to get the cameras set up for our actual investigation as we walk throughout Dr. Connolly's house trying to capture paranormal activity inside this house that is allegedly haunted, or apparently haunted. Surprisingly haunted, according to the owners. So let's go grab the cameras and get started on this paranormal investigation.
Let's do it. Let's go. All right, I'm ready.
All right, so we are getting ready to get started here. Dave is here as well. The light makes it difficult to see more than one person because it's so fixated and bright, but we wanted to get started here on the second floor. We already have the equipment set up, and we have a couple of things in
cell sentence.
The obelisk is set up in the hallway here just in case anything comes through that's relevant. We're not sure how it's going to perform just yet, simply because we haven't turned it on in here, but we wanted to get a base reading to see if it's going to be a usable piece of equipment, because sometimes there's too much interference in certain locations. So we do have the obelisk right here. We also have the piccolo. That's in Dr. Connolly's bedroom. Mary as in like get married is what it said.
Oh my gosh, that gave me chills. That wasn't the calibration, was it?
No, it's done already. It's already done the 2 calibrations.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a dog. So,
it kind of sounded like music at first.
It did. That's why it freaked me out.
Are you rolling on your mic?
Yeah. So, like Ryan said, we
13. Pinky.
We have the obelisk set up. We've got the piccolo set up. We have our new Tiny Tim looking music box set up in Dr. Conley's room, which just went off. And then we've got Molly in here with the Mel meter. And we also have this new device, which you guys saw in the last episode. But during the premiere of our last episode, if you didn't know, we all get together and chat during the premieres. So make sure you come and join a premiere every Saturday at 7. But we got this new device, and you guys named this device. We were just calling it the Egg. And then you guys came up with the name Bob for this because he has no arms. And if you've watched Adelaide Haunted Horizons enough, you will get the joke. If not, we encourage you to go over and watch some of their episodes and you'll get the joke.
Give.
So I'm going to set Bob up. Where should we set it up?
Maybe in this back bedroom back here?
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the room when we filmed here a couple of months ago with Dawson. And Jason, this is the room that I stayed in. I don't remember anything weird happening, but...
Ed. Laura.
Who is Ed? We do have this set up on the towels, guys, because it was kind of a cushion between anything. It was like a barrier between any of the EMF that was going off. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't do much to cut back on interference, but it was going off constantly with interference when we had it in Dr. Connolly's bedroom.
Presidents.
Back here, it was like a word every 2 seconds, so.
Dr. Conley, if you're in your room in there, can you stand in front of our...
Dirty. Underline.
In front of our item that we set up? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Daddy?
Dr. Conley, if you're in there and you can hear us talking to you, we heard our music device go off in there, and it played a song that you might remember. If you could you step in front of that again so we could hear that music one more time?
Right now we have the door to the bedroom closed because Dave wanted some sort of big reveal, despite the fact that there's already a camera in there filming.
Spirit. They're on my side.
100 spirit. Wow. Are there any? Is there anyone here who came down from the hospital? That came down from the hospital to speak to us?
Was.
You were at the hospital?
I can't open the door. I don't know, you guys YouTuber things, I thought it would be cool to come up and go through the door. But Ryan just made a very valid point that there's already a camera in there. And I didn't think of that. You want to walk in here with Molly?
Yeah.
Elemental.
Elemental? I don't know if I believe in elementals. If there's an elemental and elementals are real, can you make something happen? Turn the fan off. What? Chills. Ask and ye shall receive, I guess. Maybe I need to start believing in elementals.
And we turned the fan off in there too, so there's nothing in that room that's moving.
No. We made sure we even stopped the blades with our hand, because like we can't have anything moving in this room with the music box in here.
Thank you for doing that.
How about this green and orange light right here with the doll? You see our pretty doll? We call her Molly, Miss Molly. Can you touch that for us? Like this. See that? That's just a way to let us know that you can actually hear us and talk to us, and maybe you could show us that you're here by touching that or moving the doll. And just so everyone knows, we set up that music box at our house. So if you think that it's like just a malfunction of the music box and it goes off frequently already, we tested that at our house whenever we first got that. And it sat in the kitchen for like 45 minutes and didn't go off. So, and the only time it went off was when someone walked in front of it. So
yeah,
it definitely isn't a malfunction in the device.
No, because I'll even go as far to say that even sometimes when one of our cats would walk in front of it, it didn't go off.
Right.
So it's not like it's hypersensitive.
Right. What do you think of her? You like her bonnet? We can walk away from her for a second, and maybe you can grab a hold of that.
Even the ovilus got quiet.
Mm-hmm. Where did everybody go? We don't mean you any harm. My name is Ryan and this is Dave, and we've been to the hospital many times, and we even stayed here one time last year when we were here, when we were visiting the hospital. We slept here, so thank you for your hospitality, Dr. Connolly, or anyone that's here. Dr. Connolly, we heard a story about the original hospital before this hospital was built, that the other one was made of wood. It was built from wood, and it caught fire, and that fire spread very quickly, and you did some very heroic actions to save some of the patients inside the hospital that was burning. Is that true, sir? I'm going to roll on this strange-looking box here. This is a dictaphone. Sure you remember those from your lifetime. I'm sure you may have had one that was much larger than this. Dr. Connolly's house. Is that true, sir? Did you take action to save those that were in danger of the fire in the old hospital? You heard something? If you're down there, Dr. Connolly, come over here and speak to us. Can you say, "Good evening"? Are you excited that this house and your hospital that you co-founded are still bringing people in from all over the world? Ending. Gonna listen back to this. Do a live review so in case we hear any voices that responded to us, we can reply in the moment.
Dr. Connolly's house. Is that true, sir? Did you take action to save those that were in danger of the fire in the old hospital? you say? Good evening. Are you excited that this house and your hospital that you co-founded are still bringing people in from all over the world?
So nothing on EVP. You may have thought that sounded really weird. Why did the audio keep... Well, I figured it might have some sort of issue when I went to pick it up. When I reached to grab it, I realized that it's sitting right in the path of the air conditioning vent.
Uh-oh.
So I was like, crap. I bet you there's some sort of audio distortion on that because it wasn't blowing whenever I set it down.
Yeah, maybe we can try another session here in a minute in Dr. Conley's office.
In his office.
Bedroom, I mean.
I don't know where his office is. This may have been his office.
Might have been. Do you want to hold this for 1 second? I just remembered I forgot to turn the music box on down here.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You want to go in this room?
Sure. Let me just try an experiment here. Dave found the closet. We're going to go into this room. I said I don't believe in elementals, and that music box went off, and I said maybe I should start. Well, I tell you what, if you set that music off again while we're in this room, maybe I'll just have to consider believing in elementals. So give me a sign by setting off that music.
Even if it's not Dr. Conley, if there's any spirits in here, and you'd like to make yourself known or like to talk to us, let us know somehow.
That was my stomach.
We've got this little item right here on the bed. It kind of looks like an egg if you touch it. Hear that music? So if you want to, you can walk up to that and touch it and see if it'll make music. Or there's another one right in here with our doll.
If there's anything here that doesn't want to stay, you're more than welcome to attach yourself to that doll. That's why we take it everywhere we go. We don't think it's a haunted doll, but we'd love to find out if it actually could become a haunted doll. So feel free to place your energy within it or on it or whatever, if that's even possible. And that goes for anything. Anyone, good, bad.
Yeah, if your soul or your spirit is trapped here in this house and you want to leave, like Ryan said, you can attach your energy somehow. We don't know how it works to that doll. It's so weird how everything kind of stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was the last thing that this said? Oh, elemental.
So the last thing it said was elemental?
Yeah. It's the top one, right?
Yeah. Is there an elemental on this hill? They called this County Bloody Mingo. because of the extreme violence that took place in this county. Everyone knows of the famous feud between the Hatfields and the McCoys. In fact, one of the owners of this hospital, Charlie, and of this house, current owner, is a descendant of the Hatfields. From the famous Hatfield and McCoy feud.
Did you ever treat any of the Hatfield or McCoy family in your hospital?
Interesting that even with you getting that close, it didn't say anything.
I know.
Is that you?
No. But that's what I kept hearing in there.
And it's coming from in there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you throw something on the floor in there? Or shut the door? If you don't want us to come in there, shut the door. In 60 seconds, we're going to walk in there. Motorcycle outside? Or some loud engine?
What was that?
I don't know, I heard something in this room behind me. Hello? Are you trying to touch the doll?
If you want to try to pick her up, you can. Or give her a hug.
Hello? I'm gonna stand right about here for right now because that music box has a wide berth. Wide range.
Sad.
Say stab?
Sad.
Oh, sad? Are you sad? Is this a maid or a butler? Tanya believes there might be a maid. What did it say?
Yank.
Oh. You can yank on my shirt or Dave's shirt, I'm sure. He wouldn't mind. But Tanya thinks there's a maid or a... I'm not in front of it. I'm not in front of it.
Could it be your shadow? Like, thank you for making that music play. That's what we're trying to show you. That's a way that you can let us know that you're here because we can't see you. Can I see the camera for a second? So over here in the corner of the room, this door leads back to the maid's quarters where the maid lived. It looks like a closet, but that door actually opens up into a stairway that goes down a half a level where the maid would live. So here in a little bit, we'll probably go down there. And I also just wanted to document that that was a dog. I also wanted to document that that door was closed. Yes. Because I got a weird feeling looking over there. I was like, oh, if that door opens, we don't have any proof that it was shut. Yeah, if you want to, you can open that door in the corner. See, like, even here, I'm not setting it off. Actually, I think that door might be locked, so if you would like us to come over and unlock that door and open it for you, could you knock on it really loudly? That thing is so loud. Are you sure that's not you? I wasn't moving at the time that it went off. See, like, let me just do an experiment of where I have to be to set it off. Even here, I'm not setting it off. So now I'd have to be in the room right here, actually standing right beside it for it to go off. So I don't think that's me setting that off at all. I don't think either of those times were me. And it's not light sensitive. Again, it's like an infrared beam that has to be broken. Something with physical mass has to impede that infrared beam in order for the motion to go off. So shadows and light don't do that. Do you think it could be the bed skirt? I don't see the bed skirt moving. Why would the bed skirt be moving? I can literally see it moving. Oh, I see it now. From the air conditioning? Yeah. Here, hold this. What if, But like I said earlier, it's not hypersensitive because the cats did not set it off at points. Right. If it was that bed thing, it would be going off right now. Right. So if it was the bed, see, it finally did it. But I don't think that bed skirt was even in its range. I mean, I can go down and shut the air off. I can go down and shut the air off just to make sure. Yeah, if you want to. I'll be right back. Are the controls in the living room? Yeah. Okay, I'm coming. Well, the air's off now, so that's not going to be a factor. We're not saying that is what caused it to go off the other times, but it's a possibility
that it could have, so we'll just have to leave the air off while we investigate and maybe get a little sweaty. Because it's unseasonably warm. Idle. All right. So that dog has been stirred next door. And make sure, stick around till the end, because the last place we're going to go is into the maid's quarters. So if you want to see us go down into the maid's quarters and investigate, stick around, because that could be interesting if it is a maid that is causing the paranormal activity within this house. Maybe that's where they hang out.
Mm-hmm. So if there's anybody in the room in there, could you try one more time to make our music machine make music?
Music machine. He means music box. You know what a music box is. This one's just a little different. You walk in front of it. At least from now on, if it doesn't go off, we know that it was the air. If it doesn't go off the rest of the time, we can say that we logically can assume that it was the air moving the bed skirt.
Yeah.
We're going to come in the entry to the master bedroom again. If you can hear us, can you repeat or can you finish this? Heard movement in there.
Did you?
Who's in there? Did you hear that one? Did you hear that one?
Yeah, what was it?
It was back here. I don't know if it was downstairs. Hello? If you're downstairs, can you make the music play down there? Do you see that box? It went off earlier. There's a German in the house.
9 mores.
Did you get that joke?
I did, yeah. They said no.
They said no.
We have 2 music boxes set up in the house here. One in Dr. Conley's bedroom, and one in the living area in the den.
Or parlor, or living room, or whatever you want to call it.
The sitting room. Which one of those can you make go off first? Which one's easier?
That wasn't me.
You want to walk down for a minute? You heard the music upstairs. Listen to this one. Now, whichever one of those you like the music better, make it play music so we know which one you like more. Was that clock? Yeah, I don't know. I heard a click of some kind. Okay, so we're gonna try and use the Ghost Chatter box. For those of you that don't know, our good friend Connor Biddle has created an app called Ghost Chatter. And Ghost Chatter not only is an app that is currently allowing you to ask questions during the Estes session, or if you run your own abandonment like we do, you can make it ask questions. We were gonna set it up on this particular abandonment, but we needed our phones for what we were doing up there. So, but yeah, you can download this on the iOS App Store or in the Google Play Store. And it's free.
So go download it.
Best one on the market, you guys. Go grab it for real.
All right, so if there's anyone here with us, we're gonna walk through and you can tell us your name, you can tell us anything important about you.
Sorry. As we're running this, if you guys at home watching hear anything, leave a comment down below if you hear any responses or any information that might be important.
Yeah, if there's anything that we don't audibly hear with our ears coming through this and you pick up on it and hear it, let us know. Is there anyone with us? Dr. George Thomas Connolly. We're here to interview you. To talk about the incredible achievement you had of building the hospital. Can you come through and just say your name so we know you're able to talk to us?
Dead.
Sound like dead.
That's what I thought I heard, dead.
Dr. Connolly, did you pass away of cancer up at the hospital that you founded? We heard you went to Chicago for treatment, but ended up coming home when things took a turn for the worse. You can come through and say anything you want.
No way. That's cool. So most definitely.
It wasn't the air.
No.
Do you like that music? Do you remember that song, Dr. Connolly? Or maybe even this is someone on Dr. Connolly's staff. Someone who worked for Dr. Connolly. Do you remember that song? It came out when you were very much when you would have remembered. Right, like 1920s?
I think it was maybe like 1919.
Something like that.
If you like that song, can you make it play again? We want to hear it too. Or if you're up there, can you go try and pick up our doll? Let's go up there.
Champagne.
I don't know what that said. My name is Ryan, and this is Dave. What is your name?
Ryan.
Piano? It's not a name, but...
Ryan's holding something in his hands that you can use like a microphone or a radio to talk to us. Can you come through and say your name, please?
Excuse me. I inhaled some dust or something.
This is it, guys. This is real ghost hunting right here.
This is even more exciting than most nights.
Who has been making the music box play music? What's your name?
Hello? We're not even sure if you can use this to talk to us. This is just an experiment. All of this is just an experiment.
What about whistling? Can you whistle?
Here in a few minutes, we're going to move all this stuff down to the first floor and see if anyone wants to talk down there. We're going to sit at the table, just like Tanya said. When people had strange things happen. I do imagine you probably wouldn't have entertained people in your bedroom unless you were very close to them. It's only when we're not in here.
I know.
If you want us to leave Tiny Tim in that room for you to play with, while we go downstairs, can you make it go off again?
By Tiny Tim, he means the Tiptoe Through the Tulips song.
Yes. Tiny Tim is who sings that version.
got sweltering in here quick.
Got pretty warm. It's just training us for what's to come in the maid's quarters. Because I was in there. Were you in there?
No, not yet. Hot.
I got some B-roll shots in there and it's toasty.
Were there spiders?
I didn't look.
You didn't look?
No, why would I look for spiders? Why would I look for spiders?
Who doesn't look for spiders at all moments?
Obviously me, because I've gotten bit by 3 spiders this year. Or 3 times by spiders this year. Maybe I should start looking for spiders.
Yeah, take my approach.
But you know, just sometimes you get bit by a spider, end up in urgent care and on an intense antibiotic treatment because your leg is twice the size it should be. It happens.
Well, what do you think? You want to move stuff downstairs?
Yeah, I'm going to stop on the chatterbox. We haven't had even one intelligent thing come through.
Not that we know of, but like we said, if you guys heard something, let us know down below.
Yeah. Yeah, let's grab this camera and some of this equipment. I'm going to turn the obelisk off. All right, so we are sitting around the table here, just like Tanya talked about that group that had some strange experiences in here. And we decided that we were going to do an EVP session here at the table because Tanya said that there was some strange activity from the other group that was here while they were here at the table. So we're gonna go hands-free on this camera, but we have another static camera in the living room area, which is now a living room. It probably would have been a den or a parlor of some kind.
Yeah.
Foyer entryway, probably some sort of entertainment room. And once I hit record here, we are going to kind of lift our arms off the table so that we don't get any interference or tapping. Right?
Yeah. Can you still, am I still in it?
You are, yeah, let me. There we go, that's much better. Okay. Rolling EVP session. Living room at the Dr. Connolly house. We're down here at the table now, and we'd love if anyone wants to come down and sit with us and speak to us. Can you say good evening or can you tell us your name? When we were here last year, we felt like we weren't alone. Or that might have been earlier this year. But either way, we felt like we weren't alone.
Is there a nurse here that's still in the house? Or a maid? Did you like the music that we brought for you to listen to?
The hell is that?
Yeah, I don't know what that noise was. That was weird.
I don't think that was a dog.
It sounded metallic.
Yeah, like
to me.
Like a screech or something? I don't even know.
You're at the table now. We'd love if anyone wants to come down and sit with us and speak to us. Can you say good evening or can you tell us your name? When we were here last year, we felt like we weren't alone. That might have been earlier this year. But either way, we felt like we weren't alone. Is there a nurse here that's still in the house? Or a maid?
Did you hear that? Sounded like movement. Which room would be up above us?
Where she was.
Right. Yeah, that bedroom in there. When it said elemental.
Mm-hmm.
When the obelisk said elemental.
Did you like the music that we brought for you to listen to?
You can hear it.
Is that a dog?
If it was a dog, it was someone like kicked the dog and it like yelped.
Yeah.
Did you like the music that we brought for you to listen to? What the hell was that?
So nothing EVP wise, but that was a weird sound. I mean, it'll probably have been picked up more clearly on the static cam in there because where I heard it come from was somewhere that direction.
Yeah. That's really strange.
So before we...
Sorry, I'm good. I just got choked on my own spit.
On that note, this camera battery is flashing red, so I'm gonna change this battery really fast, so since we'll let Dave recover for a second. All right, so we just got the battery changed in this camera, and we are gonna stand up here because there's a whole lot of this first floor that we have to investigate.
Yes.
So we don't want to spend too much time in here considering we still have to go to the maid's quarters, and Dave just came up with a good idea. Whenever we're done here on the first floor, before we go to the maid's quarters, he suggested that maybe he takes the night vision camera and goes up into Dr. Connolly's room and sits alone.
Just for a couple of minutes, just to see what happens, maybe. You never know.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
So...
Or I could even sit outside.
Yeah, if you want to.
That way you have the whole house to yourself. So in other words, stay tuned for Dave to go solo, because that's going to be coming up here soon.
Just... Maybe not.
Literally, we've been down here now for... Well, how long's it been since that's gone off?
Oh, gosh.
Probably a good 20 minutes.
Probably.
Dr. Connolly, are you upstairs?
You gonna walk in here? Mm-hmm. Just for our sanity. Let's switch that around. If at any point you want me to film, just let me know.
Okay.
Dr. Conley, there's still a photo of you here on the mantle.
What?
I was gonna add on to that, but maybe we should go up there, man.
Yeah. There's something with that room. We'll be able to tell more with the abandonment footage if that music box went off very frequently.
Now if we go up here and it doesn't go off at all, that's really weird.
Right.
Dr. Conley, can we come in? Or whoever's in the room, if we can come in, can you make the music play again? This was that piece of wood she was talking about.
Yeah, that slammed.
I heard a knocking sound in here. Who's in this room? Scratch that idea and just go in
to the maid's office.
Yeah,
let's do that now. And we'll save the solo idea.
Okay.
So we'll go in, and then after we figure that out,
which we don't even have to do that. Well, of course we do. I heard someone on that door.
So I moved the music box to point down that hallway behind us.
Wow, it's creepy.
It is creepy.
Where does it go? Just like this little...
There's a bathroom and a bedroom down there. There's like an attic crawl space up there. Man, that should not be going off as much as it is.
No.
And it's a brand new battery.
Should we not go down there? I'm gonna sit right here on the bed for a second with you and that and the door in it at the same time. If you want us to come in there, open the door. You can push it open. Well, we're going to go in. Unless you don't want us to. If you don't want us to, can you make the music play again? Now I'm thoroughly creeped out. Wow, it's really just a tiny little bedroom. It is. You have a bathroom right here. And then over here, just a bedroom. And then here's the separate entrance that Tanya was talking about. It does feel weird down here. I mean, like I said before, if it is a maid, if Tanya or whoever believes that there's a maid or a butler or someone who worked for the family here, then it makes sense why it would feel creepy in here. You want me to film for a minute? Yeah, if you want to. If there's anyone in here, anyone who may have worked for Dr. Connolly and his family, I'm not even sure if he had family. I want to go through and count the number of times that music box has gone off when one of us has said Dr. Connolly. I know. It seems like every time someone says Dr. Connolly, that goes off. Yeah, I'll be interested to go through the abandonment footage to see if this is a natural thing. Right, to see if that just went off. Yeah. Because of some environmental factor in this house. Because if it went off hardly at all during abandonment, then that would mean this is unexplainable. Yeah. But if it went off just as often, it's more likely that it is explainable. If you used to work for the doctor, taking care of him and the other residents, I'm unsure if he had a family that lived here with him. I'm assuming he did. It would make sense why you would want to stay. To take care of the house. To clean.
Are you happy that people are coming to stay here again? If you are, can you make a loud sound for us? If you're unhappy that people are coming here to stay again and you don't recognize them, can you make a loud sound for us? Or can you make something happen anywhere in the house?
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that idea. I think it's just too much.
You don't think you want to do a solo?
I just think it's too much.
Okay. Wouldn't be because you're freaked out, huh?
No. I'm more so just worried about what time it is. I think it was almost 11 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock.
Oh.
Guys, I think he's freaked out. He's trying to come up with excuses. I think it's 11 o'clock, he says.
I really did think it was 11.
Well, what if?
I mean, if you want to, you can.
It wouldn't be too much if I did it.
It would be, but if you want to, you can do it.
What if I just walked downstairs and you sat on the bed with the camera? You can even set it on the dresser or whatever. And I just walked downstairs for like 5 minutes and left you up here.
I don't think that worked the way I thought it did.
I don't think it did either. I mean, it might look funny, but, and we can leave this door open so you can hear in here.
Okay.
Just for 5 minutes and then...
Well, let's do it.
All right, so Dave's gonna sit here in Dr. Connolly's bedroom. The music box is currently calibrating. We moved it. It will go off one more time before it's done calibrating, but it's sitting in the doorway to the maid's quarters. If it is completely silent and doesn't go off at all, maybe it was environmental that was causing it to go off up here, but if it goes off again or continues to go off, I don't know. I don't know what to make of the fact that that music box has gone off so much, because like I said, we had it set up for a long time when we first got it, just testing it out in the kitchen. We unpacked it, put a battery in it, and it didn't go off at all. So I don't know what to make of that, but we'll find out what happens. And Dave will be up here once the calibration is done and the music box is ready. His 5 minutes will begin. And I'm gonna go and just sit in silence downstairs to see if anything happens to me while I'm sitting quietly down there. So I'll just be listening. Good luck.
Thanks. You did turn it on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it just takes a while for that second one. There it is. So that's the last calibration.
All right, guys, so that's the final calibration on that. So with that, when you turn it on, it plays the tune, and then it goes, I think it's like 2 minutes, and then it plays the tune again to let you know that it's calibrated. I am going to shut the door to this room. All right.
Okay, so I'm in place.
All right, Dr. Conley, or anyone else who might be in here with me. My name is Dave, and I just came in here to try to talk to you tonight. It seems that somebody in the house here likes our music box that plays Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And I quite like it too, so if at any point you'd like to make that music box play the song again, please feel free to do so. All you have to do is stand in front of it and it'll play. You've heard it do it all night. I just heard something come from the maid's quarters. Are you down there?
Someone really likes that music box, it seems.
Okay.
I don't have an explanation for it.
I heard a noise down in the maid's quarters. And then a few seconds later, the music box went off. So, if that was you, thank you very much for doing that. My next question is, do you think that you could pull the door shut? Could you close the door to the maid's quarters? Even just a little bit. I'd like to see the door move just a little bit. If you wouldn't mind closing the door, that would be helpful. That would let me know that you can hear me and you're able to move things, which is something that we're unsure of. So could you do that for me? Just pull the door close a little bit. I won't look. I'll keep my head this way if you don't want me to look. Just pull the door shut just a little bit. Do you remember me and Ryan when we were here a few months ago? If you remember us being here, can you make the music box play music one more time? If you like that people are still coming here to the house and to the hospital, that it's being kept in good shape, if you like that, can you make the music box play music again?
Dr. Connolly. Dr. Connolly. Dr. Connolly.
If you're upset that people keep coming into this house that you don't know, and you'd like for them to stop coming here, could you make the music box play? If you're tired of me asking questions, and you'd like me to just leave, can you make the music box play? And I'll leave. Are you still there? Well, I'm probably going to take my music box downstairs with me. And I'm going to leave with it. But if you'd like to hear the song one more time, before I take it, go ahead and step in front of it or make it play. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up now and take it with me.
All right, here comes he's coming back down. That was rather bizarre how it went off when he asked if there was someone there. As time goes on and we use this music box, we might get a better idea of
back downstairs
whether this is normal or not. So we won't know until we use it more. This is just one of many experiments, but I will say that early on in the night we had it go off in conjunction with the other music box, so that was really bizarre. I would ask you how it went, but I could hear it all, so.
Really?
I could hear everything you said. I could hear.
Did you hear that noise come out of the Maid's?
Oh, there was a noise?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear a noise. I heard the music box go off.
Yeah, there was a noise down in the Maid's room, and then a few seconds later the music box went off.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch that back. Let me see this here.
That battery is overheating.
Well, with that, it was a pretty interesting evening here. We have to get on the road because we have to head home. Those of you that are watching this video just know that I edited this video in one day. I had one day to put this together for you guys, so if it seems a bit rough in some spots, that's why, but I just wanted to make sure that we could finish this episode and get it out for you guys. And man, there was some peculiar things. Like I told the camera in there, we're gonna have to continue to use this music box to get a better idea of its patterns and when it's malfunctioning or when it's actually working. And because like I said, at home it really didn't do anything. But here, it seemed to just go wild for whatever reason. But the more we use it, the better idea we'll have of how the piece of equipment works. You can let us know in the comment below if you felt like that was bizarre and how it behaved.
Yeah. And if you guys have any type of suggestions of places that you would like to see us go in the future, leave a comment down below and let us know where you'd like to see us go.
If you watched all the way to the end of the video, make sure you comment down below and say, I tiptoed through the tulips all the way to the old hospital on College Hill. That's almost like a tongue twister. I almost couldn't say it.
It is a tongue twister.
So, but thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode at the next location on the next adventure on our
Paranormal Quest. That's all I can remember.
Bye. If you enjoyed that video, here's another one just like it right up here. Or if you're looking for something different, down here on the bottom is a fitness video from a channel I just started. We want to thank all of our YouTube members and Patreon supporters for making all of this possible. And we'll see you next time.